arrived at Portage in Maine in a Brinks truck and was officially signed by the Winnipeg Jets after they selected him first overall in the 1981 NHL entry draft. A moment that would forever change the team, the city, and our province. While this day gives great cause for celebration, it also presents us with a time to remember and reflect. 5 days from now, August 18th, will mark the 1 year since Dale's passing after a battle with cancer. Dale's memory will forever live on in Winnipeg, a city he made his own by living here while playing for the Jets, returning many times after that, and consistently giving back to the city and the province. A legacy like that is worth both remembering and celebrating, which brings us to today. This morning, we are pleased to announce numerous exciting initiatives that will continue to celebrate Ducky's legacy in our city, as well as honor the past of the Winnipeg Jets. To share those announcements, I'd like to call up True North's Executive Chairman, Mr. Mark Chipman.
Thanks, Paul. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. As Paul mentioned, it really is a privilege to be here today to honor Dale. And I'd like to echo his welcome to our alumni, Randy Gillen, Scott Arneal, Bill Lasuk, Mike Ford, Joe Daly, Perry Miller. Thanks for being here, guys. Nice to see the folks from the Downtown Community Safety Partnership here as well. Thanks for stopping by and for all the things you're doing for our downtown right now. Also like to acknowledge Sherry Rollins and Councillor Gillingham, Kate Fensky. Thanks for being here as well. And all of our fans that are watching via live stream. We're very excited about the numerous ways that Winnipeggers and Manitobans will get to celebrate Dale's legacy and the Winnipeg Jets past with a number of initiatives we're going to announce today. So back in 2001, we were thrilled to partner with Manitoba Public Insurance to release a set of Winnipeg Jets license plates. And I'm reminded, honestly, every time I see one, how fortunate we are to have such a passionate and loyal fan base in our province. We are very excited today to partner with MPI again to offer a new Winnipeg Jets specialty plate which will feature the Jets heritage logo. Proceeds from the sale of these plates will continue to be an important source of support for the work we do at the True North Youth Foundation. Now naturally, the number 10 plate will be of particular interest to our fans, so we once again will run a raffle to offer it by way of a raffle so that everyone will have a chance to obtain it. The remaining new custom plates will be available at Autopack agents and MPI service centers across the province beginning September 13th. The 1.0 logo that inspired our heritage plates has great meaning and memory for the city of Winnipeg and was immediately embraced by fans when the heritage look was first seen in action at the 2016 Heritage Classic. We are pleased to announce that fans will see the heritage look more often in the years ahead as the team makes the heritage blue jerseys their official third jersey. And I'd just like to invite our esteemed alumni, if they wouldn't mind standing for a moment so that everybody can get a look and a reminder of the jerseys we're going to wear in the years ahead as our third jersey. These were originally worn, as you know, at the 2019 Heritage Classic in Regina. They were immediately embraced by our team. I remember vividly Blake and Mark's reaction when we first showed them to them. And they've been embraced by our fans. So we're proud to honor the past with them and to let everybody know that they're going to be seen far more often. They'll be worn 14 times at home games this year coming up, with the first appearance on November 9th against the St. Louis Blues. Now, I don't believe personally that any one player is more synonymous with the heritage logo than Dale Hawerchuk. And I'm confident in saying that Dale was in all respects, I hope I don't have to do this from memory, the greatest Jet that ever played in this city. Pardon me for just a second. Thanks very much, Kate. Perfect. found the actual spot on the page. That's remarkable. Over the years, Dale became a wonderful friend to our organization and a wonderful friend to me personally. I felt especially blessed to have the privilege. Sorry. Man, I didn't see this coming. I read this a few times and got through it fine, but I felt really blessed with Craig Heisinger to tell him before he passed that his likeness would be cemented in the history of this city, with our plans to erect a statue in his honor right in this very spot at True North Square. I'm sorry. Now, we've continued to work on that project over the past year since we were able to tell Dale that, and we look forward to having that statue standing at this very spot a year from now. We selected Eric Blom of Figurative Art Studio to design Dale's statue. Eric is an accomplished sculptor with over 2 decades of experience delivering commissioned statues worldwide. His work in hockey includes the Wayne Gretzky statue at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, the Chicago Blackhawks 75th anniversary commemorative sculpture at the United Center in Chicago, and between 2013 and 2017, he was commissioned by the Toronto Maple Leafs to create Legends Row, 14 life-size sculptures outside Scotiabank Arena. We look forward to working with Eric and unveiling Dale's statue in this very location next year. Now, along with the statue to remember Dale, hockey players will now have an event at which to remember him each year through an annual pond hockey tournament, which we're going to call the Ducky Pond Hockey Classic, which will be presented by our new building naming sponsor, Canada Life. The first annual tournament will be hosted from January 13th to 16th on a new lake we just recently completed at Camp Manitou. We believe the tournament provides a unique opportunity to get back to the purest form of hockey, one that celebrates both the community of this great sport and our great Canadian outdoors. Dale's family shared that they have many fond memories of playing pond hockey on Lake Winnipeg, and we know this is an event Dale would have cherished. In keeping with an event Ducky would have been proud of, his commitment to giving back to this community, it will live on, as the tournament will be in support of Hawerchuk Strong and the True North Youth Foundation. We're also pleased to announce that the winners of the Ducky Pond Hockey Classic will be provided with travel and accommodations to the World Pond Hockey Classic in Plaster Rock, New Brunswick. We look forward to sharing more details on the tournament, including registration information, in early October at Ducky Pond Hockey Classic.ca. I'd now like to introduce Councillor Rollins. But before I do so, in addition to all of these exciting initiatives, I'm really pleased to announce that we will be putting forth an application to the City of Winnipeg to have this stretch of Graham Avenue between Donald and Carleton renamed Dale Hawerchuk Way. It is our hope to have signs like this on the street in this area between Donald and Carleton, the stretch between True North Square and Canada Life Centre, in time for the opening of our season on October 21st. So I'd now like to invite Sherry Rollins, City Councillor for Fort Rouge and East Fort Garry, which includes the area of downtown we're all standing in right now, to accept our application and to bring greetings on the City of Winnipeg. And just in case you're wondering, this is not a stunt. This is the actual application, which we're now presenting to Councillor Rollins. Councillor?
Thank you very much. As City Councillor for Fort Rouge, East Fort Garry, it is really my distinct honor to accept this application on behalf of City Council. My council colleague, a hockey player in his own right, Scott Gillingham, is with me, and one of the best downtown boosters I know, Kate Fensky from the Downtown Biz, and I see you too, Downtown Community Safety Partnership. Thank you so much. Winnipeggers are proud to have Dale's name so clearly associated with Winnipeg. But there is something every family must review tonight. I had my son, my favorite hockey player in the whole wide world, George Rollins, review it with me this morning. And that's the reverence and love that Dale Hawerchuk held for Winnipeg. And you can see it so clearly when he accepts, as he's entered into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He names every city and franchise he's worked with, but when he gets to Winnipeg, he pauses. And in that pause is reverence for Winnipeg, is love for Winnipeg, and in that pause is great humility for a place he said he grew up in, our hometown, Winnipeg. It's in this pause where he holds this special love for our city. A city he so clearly held as precious, and so do we. So it's my honor to accept this application where the street will be honorarily named Dale Hawerchuk after our beloved Ducky. Thank you so much. It looks more like this.
Thank you, Councillor Rollins. We really appreciate the support from yourself and from the city and Councillor Gillingham on this exciting initiative. And we're really looking forward to this stretch of Graham to be named after our good friend Dale. Now, all of these announcements really are possible because of the incredible loyal fan base this organization has enjoyed for so many years. So I'd just like to pause and thank all of those who supported this team through the 1.0 era and who so incredibly and quickly embraced what we referred to as Jets 2.0 when we re-entered the NHL 10 years ago. I'd also just like to thank fans of our team for sticking with us through this past year and a half, through this very challenging pandemic that we've all had to find our way through. It was really difficult to sit in that arena empty during this past season, and it was really difficult, you know, to not be able to share that exciting win over the Oilers in Game 4. But when I walked out in the early morning hours that night after celebrating with our group, I was, you know, just blown away by the fact that the building was still being circled by a parade of cars at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's a memory that is going to be stuck with me for the rest of my life. So thank you to all of those who showed that display of support for us during the playoffs. Now it seems only fitting to finish this process with greetings from our alumni. As outlined by today's announcements, the Jets have a long-standing and deep-rooted connection with our community. Our alumni members are a true embodiment of that, and everything announced today, from the license plates to the statue to the new third jerseys you see the alumni wearing here today, serve as reminders of just how impactful the team's connection has been and will continue to be with our city and province. So I'd now like to call up Jets 1.0 alumnus Scott Arneal, one of Dale's closest friends throughout his career. As you know, Arnie and Dale came to Winnipeg at the same time. They were teammates in Cornwall. They were line mates here for 5 years with the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know that Dale shared a closer friendship with anyone than he did with Scott. Scott, as you know, has been just such an integral part of our organization over the years, as a player, as a coach, and I just can't think of anybody more fitting to share a few comments on Dale's legacy with you all today than our good friend Scott Arneal. Arnie?
Thanks, Mark. Distinguished guests, it's an honor to be here today. On behalf of the Jets alumni, I want to thank you for inviting us here to be a part of these great announcements. Also, thank you for connecting Jets 1.0 with Jets 2.0. It is an honor for us players, us ex-players, to see that jersey, to be a part of this organization again, and to go out in the community and continue to be a part of the Jets legacy. I have a special thank you to you, Mark, your ownership group, to Chevy, Zinger, Paul, all the players, all the staff. And this one's a big one for finally beating the Edmonton Oilers in a playoff series. As Connor McDavid was streaking down that left wing, I'd like to think that there was a big wooden Sherwood PMP 50-30 hockey stick that might have reached down with a number 10 on it that maybe just hooked Connor's arm to allow that puck maybe not to get as deep as he wanted it to, and Neil Pionk to make a great pass to Kyle Connor to go score that goal in triple overtime. You know, for us alumni, for fans, all those years of disappointment going against the Oilers, it was great redemption. It was great to see that goal go in, and I'm so glad that we finally had a chance to beat those Oilers. And I know that Dale will be looking down with a big smile on his face, just as proud as ever. Though they can't be here today, on behalf of Dale's wife Crystal, his kids Eric, Ben, and Alexis, Dale's parents, Ed and Eleanor, and his sister Dana, and many family and friends, they truly appreciate the outpouring of love and support they received this past year. Crystal asked me if I'd pass on her thoughts about today's announcements. And I know that they look forward to next year when the statue is finally unveiled. Thank you to the Winnipeg Jets and their many friends and fans. Dale was extremely loyal to all those who came across his path. He still is so extremely missed, and our family remains broken at his loss. It is so heartwarming to know that he will always be remembered, and his loyalty has come full circle. And now we as a family, as a city, and people in far and wide are showing their love and loyalty to Dale so that his legacy will live on forever. Thank you very much. Like Paul said earlier, Dale came here some 40 years ago as an 18-year-old kid. You know, he grew into a man, obviously, that's love for this city, this province. You know, he had a special relationship here. You know, he grew into a Hockey Hall of Fame player, but more than anything, he grew into a Hall of Fame person. He grew into a Hall of Fame husband and a father. He grew into a Hall of Fame friend to many. You know, near the end of last year on our daily talks, he told me when that Mark and Zinger had called and mentioned the statue. He was so overwhelmed and so appreciative that they would do this for him. You know, it meant so much to him. And so we started talking about the statue, and I said to him, so what do you think? What, do you want to have one where you're scoring a goal with your arms up in the air? He said, maybe you want to have us, you know, making one of your saucer passes over 3 sticks onto somebody's tape so they could score a goal. And he looked and he said, no, he goes, I was thinking I'd have it of me back checking. And I started to laugh, and he said, and he goes, no, he goes, Zinger already told me that there's no chance they're going to find any video or pictures of me back checking. So in Dale's style, it brought a lot of humor to a situation, but you know, it just how humbled he was for this moment to happen. I know there's going to be a great ceremony next year, but it is a special moment for him and the Hawerchuk family. On behalf of the Hawerchuk family, the Jets alumni and friends, from my family, I want to thank the Winnipeg Jets for allowing us to be a part of these special moments and these announcements. And just today, remember, those that touch our lives stay in our hearts forever. Dale will always be with us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott, along with Mark and Councillor Rollins, for the words you've shared today. We look forward to continuing to celebrate the past of the Winnipeg Jets through these various initiatives and are eager to start another exciting season of Jets hockey with our first home game on October 21st at Canada Life Centre. With limited season seats and quarter season plans available, be sure to purchase your tickets today at winnipegjets.com/tickets. For the media in attendance, images for the street sign, Ducky Pond Hockey Classic logo, heritage license plates, and both an image and video of the official Winnipeg Jets third jersey will be available for download through a link in today's media release. Our speakers are now available for questions from the podium. For the benefit of our fans watching the live stream, we request that all media ask their questions from the microphone. Jason Friesen is over there to help you. You will have the opportunity to ask one question and one follow-up question if applicable. For safety and sanitization purposes, we'll wipe down the microphone before the next media member does speak. And after the media availability, our speakers will be available for any group photos or individual photos. Anybody from the media? Mike?
I guess this one will be from Mark. Thanks, Mark. Obviously, with no fans last season, the ability to maybe have a special night in Dale's honor wasn't really there. Can you just maybe give us a little bit of insight as to what that might entail this season?
Haven't finalized the details on it, Mike. We kind of struggled with the timing of when to do this, when to do the statue unveil. Thought about the weather, frankly, of doing a statue unveil in the season, and frankly, it's going to take a year to get it done. So we thought the more appropriate timing was today. To celebrate that sort of epic moment that many of us recall of him stepping out of a Brinks truck at Port-au-Germain 40 years ago. So we're not sure exactly what we'll do during the season, what that will look like, but it's our expectation that, this date next year will be a real, more robust celebration of his career when we unveil the statue.
Hey Mark, it's Greg Mackling from CJOB. The emotion was obvious when you were reading your remarks. Just elaborate, if you can, the connection that now you've made, this full circle almost connection. For someone like me personally, I was at Portage in Maine 40 years ago, and then to be doing this today, it's a very powerful connection that's been made here in my estimation.
Yeah, and again, I apologize. I didn't sort of have those feelings. They just sort of welled up quite suddenly on me there, and I think I expect a lot of people have those very same emotions when you think about Dale, whether it was being a part of that era of hockey, and I think I'm tried to say a year ago, the thing about Dale was, like you remember vividly what a big deal it was to get into the National Hockey League. Those first couple years were pretty tough, and then we got Dale, and Dale was our superstar, right? He was our Wayne Gretzky, our Bobby Orr, and there was just something so powerful about that as a hockey fan, as a young man, as virtually the same age as he was at the time, to have all of a sudden this bona fide superstar in our midst. And so that's one part of it. The other part of it is just, having gotten to know him over the years and seeing the way he carried himself, and though he had all those sort of star qualities, he never ever, reminded you of them. He just carried himself with such a humility, and he became a wonderful friend to our organization, from the days leading up to us getting back into the NHL and throughout, and he never reminded us, never had to, of the impact he had on the game in Winnipeg. But I do remember, our current captain coming to that realization, and at an event that Dale was at, and being a captain in this city, anybody who's ever done it in a Canadian market is a heavy burden, and Dale carried that with such grace, and I think set the groundwork, for those to follow. And when you put all of that together, the friendship, the connections, and he's had with so many of our players, the deep friendships he's had with Arnie and his teammates, and with Craig Heisinger, there's just nobody else like him, and I've always feel just so grateful and blessed to have been a part of that, and so I guess maybe that's what was choking me up this morning.
Do you sense that this could have an impact on the current roster, seeing the relationship that these fans have had with this name, with this jersey for so long, that could be an inspirational point, a focus point for them moving forward now that you've got this group locked up for the intermediate term here?
I think it already has. It has a long time ago. When I mentioned when I showed Blake and Mark these jerseys, it just really resonated with them. They've long since had an understanding of the importance of this team to this market. They know that. They understand that. And Mark, especially because of his very unique relationship with Dale, I think, has a deep sense of how much this team means to the city and the province, and how much Dale in particular meant to this community. All right. I don't think I'm seeing any other questions, which is terrific, and just want to thank you all for being here with us over the past 30 minutes, and look forward to seeing you again this time next year when we got something really special to unveil. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, folks.
Yeah, thanks again, Mark, Scott, Sherry, everybody for coming out today. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Take care, have a great weekend, and go Jets go. We'll see you in September.